Egman from the future here, or past like the most of the editing for this. So the first part of this video is going to be showing off this deck that I made, and then the second video is just going to do a sample hand. So if you want to skip to the sample hand kind of tutorial, you can do it, boom, right there. That's the timestamp you can go to. It's not just me talking about cards, I kind of do a sample hand for it. So, alright, back to the actual video at present, current, Eggman, whatever, you know what I mean. Hey everyone, Eggman here, back again with another deck profile. Today I have a blue and red Aggro Hirudegarn deck. I won't say this is like really new, and I usually don't try to make aggressive decks, but this one has been pretty fun, and yeah, I thought about just doing it card by card, but I think it's easier just because there's some hidden spice that you probably already have seen, but I wanted to, yeah, there's so much interaction that I wanted to kind of just be able to point at cards without having to pull back. So first let's talk about the leader, Hirudegarn. He is blue, which is important, and then also when he attacks a leader, you discard one battle card from your hand, you draw two, which drawing two is really helpful. Helps you, kind of flesh out what you need, and then also when you awaken, you untap 2 energy, which is also important for just all of this going off. And then we have, and then the other side of him, he gets to draw a card whenever he attacks. And then there's also an extra thing when you have 4 energy, but we never get 4 energy, so it's not a big thing. Most of the reason that we play him is for Hoi. Hoi is such a good super combo. When you super combo with him, you discard a card from your hand. Could be anything. Could be some extra cards in your hand that you can't use, and then you draw 2. So just that, the amount of cycle, and so even though you're only netting 1 card, the ability to kind of cycle more and dig deeper is more important. That's why this deck is really important. So let's start over here. We got Cabba and Trunks, not groundbreaking in any regard. These are pretty staple. These are your attacking cards. They help you awaken. Double strike is important. Critical is important. Good stuff there. And then the more of the spicy cheese is the Mighty Mask. So I kind of really ran this card first because I wanted just to be able to get this Trunks way more consistent, and it really has been kind of better than I thought it would be. You run this, and then also you get Son Goten because one, it's just generic blue, and you can use it to discard for either of these effects, and also, you can probably see right here, a little bit of cheese here. So when you play this card for 1 with Overwhelm, you find a skillless battle card with 2 or less from your deck, and you play it, and it gets critical. So this can find this also, so which helps just thin the deck. This gets a little bit aggressive. Yeah. Next up is Bodyguard Ledgic. I run 2 of them. With Flute, he's super good because you can just, if your opponent has a card, you can summon him, attack, so you get a free attack, and then Flute him back, and you spent no energy, and you got, you draw a card and an attack. So that's really good. And then also to play defensively, he's good. I've kind of been playing around, and what I've seen is that you can go off on turn 2 if you want. You can go all in and have a pretty good chance. I kind of like to stay turn 3. So having him out on like turn 2 to help survive to turn 3 is really important. Next we have our Overwhelm cards. So we have 2 Time Patrol Trunks, 2 Scientist Fu, and then 2 Dimensional Support Trunks. Both of these are just good card draw. I like this card because I don't have to pay energy for it. Paying 1 energy to Overwhelm isn't the biggest deal, but free is good. And then also Minus Kili Zone is just completely free. You fill up your drop area pretty okay, but I didn't want to run so many because I was always afraid of Fu not having enough cards in there. So I like this arrangement and ratio of 2 of each. Next up is Unbreakable Son Goku. this is just an extra super combo, as everyone always says. You pay 1 energy and then you draw a card, and it's plus 10k. So that's always good. And then with Hoi, which I've already kind of mentioned. And then lastly, we have the extra cards. We have 4 flutes, 4 Whis' Coercions, and 4 Senzu Beans. So that's really important. Senzu Bean's good for offense and defense, right? Because you get to plus 5k, and then for the rest of the turn, your leader's harder to attack over, and the Whis' Coercion's just good for negating attacks that you're afraid of. So, and then you can never say enough about Flute. So that is about it. I'm going to do, actually, you can play this deck by yourself. So I'm gonna put this all together. I'm gonna shuffle. I'm gonna kind of show you a sample of how to go through it, or just like a sample game real quick. So I'll see you in a sec. All right, I'm back. I kind of forgot that my camera's in front of me, and so it's kind of weird for you to see it. So I'm going. Forgive me if this is disorienting, but. So we're going to look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. All right. I would say, out of all of these, we want to keep the Mighty Mask and the Bean. All of these are not as needed. I'd think about keeping the Time Patrol, because you can usually, you can sometimes play them on turn 1, or since you want to do Overwhelm. So, but we don't have any of our Kabbas or anything like that, so I'm going to hard mull for that. Is that yes, okay. Yeah, also, this deck isn't like prepared another way. Like I literally just shuffled it. I'm not like, oh, look at this perfect hand that I put on the top of my deck. That's not what's going on. 2, 3, 4. There we are, and we did get a Cabba, so that is really good. So, I'm just gonna put this here, and then we have our 8 life. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're going first. I'm gonna just put energy right here, I guess, just for ease. So we, if we're going first, we do this. Tap 1, we'd play Cabba, and that would be it. So our opponent's turn. Assuming any sense of meta right now, I'd say that normally our opponent would attack you. So we're okay to say we take 1 life this turn, which is another Scientist Fu. And then it is our turn again, so we untap, draw a card. It's Minus Kili Zone. All right. So as much as this sucks, I'd say we get Senzu Bean in here. We really like to have 1 red, 1 blue. So put that there. We will attack with Hirudegarn first. And so when he attacks, what he gets to do is he gets to discard 1 card from your hand. So we're going to take a Scientist Fu. And then we get to draw 2 cards. So we already had 2 Scientist Fu because that made it pretty bad. And that, aha, a Flute. That's good. So we could go off. We could go off this turn. Why not, right? So let's do. How would we like to do this? I think the best way to do it is we play 2 for Mighty Mask. We swing with Mighty Mask. Whatever happens, and then we send him to our discard. And actually, now that I think about it, when we attack with Mighty Mask, we would probably combo with Unyielding Trunks. So we would untap. We would untap a red. Yeah, we would untap a red, and we get these 2. And that Trunks goes there. Next up, we would attack with Cabba, take a life. Nice. that's what we do. So that happens. Then we would play Flute. Actually, first we'd play Minus Kili Zone. Minus Kili Zone. Draw a card. That's a good one to get. That goes there. Next we use Legendary Flute. This goes back to our hand. We draw 1. That's good. Let's just play Trunks for whatever reason. Attack with Trunks. We take a life. Bean is nice. And then I'd say we Unyielding again. So we get this energy back. Let's see. So that attack goes through. Then let's play a Cabba. Attack with Cabba. Draw a card. Time Patrol. We have not used Overwhelm yet. So it's up to us if we want to use Time Patrol or Foo. But alright, so Cabba goes through. We awaken with Hirudegarn. Get our 2 energy back. I would summon Mighty Mask. Swing with Mighty Mask. Combo if I thought it was necessary. Probably with like a Son Goten. And then after that, I would send them to here. Also, our energy is tapped. Sorry, I know I'm really bad at doing that, but we get a Goten and a Trunks. Okay, yeah. For a second, I'm like, oh no, I just ran out of things to do, but I didn't. Then we'll play Trunks for Overwhelm, which means that Foo will not be able to be played this turn. Oh, I put them over here. We look at the top 2. Of course, we want the super combo. We'll put Goten on the bottom. And then we'll attack with Trunks. And let's see. We'll do this to untap a blue. Then we'll use this to untap the red. And let's say we do Hoi. So we'll look at the top 2. 2 Senzu Beans, dang. So that's really helpful. And then we play Trunks. Attack with Trunks, taking a life. Alright, if we don't get anything from here, we're pretty much done for the turn. So let's discard the Scientist's Foo, because we won't be able to play him this turn. Let's do the Trunks. So we draw 2. Alright. And there we go. That was turn 2. We got like 5 attacks off on their 1 energy. This next turn we can be super defensive because we have 2 Senzu Bean and a Whis. And we can probably finish at turn 3. So that's just kind of, I don't know if you found this interesting, if this helped at all, but this kind of just showed how much you can do with 2 energy, being able to reliably find Trunks. I guess it kind of shows a bad example of bricking with Gotens, but yeah, I thought this was, if you thought this was neat or anything, let me know. If doing this was helpful, if you watched me do this for like 10 minutes, like this is boring, please let me know and I won't do it again. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys try out the deck. It's really fun. You kind of have to play it in real life because untap is just terribly slow to untap and retap all your energy a lot. But Yeah, it's super cheap. There are no super rares in this deck. It's really all commons, right? There's not even any rares, right? Commons and uncommons. And if you have like, I guess the hardest fights are Time Patrol and Scientist Foos. Where's the other one? Oh yeah, I threw him out. But if you want the 3 energy Cronoa and anything else really for the Scientist Foo, like this deck is just super cheap. If you want to try to just do a budget build, or if someone's new to the game, I don't know, like if someone knows other card games and wants to get into this one and wants to try it out, I'd say that. I wouldn't say this deck is super good for new players because there's so much stuff to do. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.